welcome live from the Philippines. Massive shout out to everyone out there. In the Philippines, of course, we are live and we are representing the entire planet for the cryptocurrency. And everything is SHIB when we're talking about SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. Woo! And we're going to kick today's show off with a massive run up in SHIB, with also the other cryptocurrencies that have also taken off as Bitcoin hits 88,000 per Bitcoin. Getting some feedback here. Make sure we got this. Yeah, so as we kick things off and get things started, we are going to share the link here with a few friends, family members. So, and then we want to send a massive love shout out to the entire planet. Of course, SHIB is not just in the Philippines. It's not just in Canada and the US. SHIB is also in the UK, and it's in Europe, and it's in Australia, and it's also in Africa. We want to massively shout out to everyone in there. Right, so it's in so we want to do a massive love shout out to every single person on the planet. Massive shout out to you. Massive shout out to whatever country you represent. It doesn't matter on the political side of it. We don't have nothing to do with political. This is all about cryptocurrency. It's all about SHIB, right? Everything SHIB. So what we talk about here is the news on SHIB and what is expected from the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. Now, we did an episode yesterday where we talked about the minimum amount of SHIB that would be represented by. I even put it in the description below. So if you want to check it out, check out the description below. Do a little bit of a read, find on findings of what that means for you and for your family members and for everyone in the world. Okay, so what we are about. We are all about you, the people. We want to make sure that you become extremely wealthy in SHIB. And that means sharing is caring, right? So anytime that you find something or an article that you're not pleased about with SHIB, you let us know. If you find something that's not forward-coming, or if you find that something is being said and you're not sure about it, make sure you bring it up to the channel. Because sharing is caring. We want to make sure that everybody on the planet has an opportunity to have their voice heard. And then what does it mean for you, right? What does SHIB mean for you? And massive shout out to Babe's channel, massive shout out to Rowena, massive shout out to Wena, massive shout out to everyone. And yes, we did burn over 1.25 billion SHIB yesterday. Woo! Absolutely. Congratulations to the entire SHIB family organization. SHIB Army! Can you hear me? Right. So when they say show me the money, there's your money. Over 13,000 SHIB. Over $13,000 USDT was sent to the reduction wallets yesterday. That means $13,000. $13,000. Like, I know that a lot of people don't put that in perspective, but that is a massive holding that is now reduced in the circulating supply of SHIB. That's amazing. We want to congratulate every single buddy. We want to make a big shout out to Clay Bro. We're going to do a massive announcement today on Amazon. That's why we put Amazon as the go-to formula for reducing SHIB circulating supply, because Amazon is also increasing the amount of people that are buying on Amazon. So if you're just thinking about buying on Amazon, make sure you check out the links on the website. Those are represented by Clay Bro. Massive shout out to Clay Bro for helping us support that amazing opportunity to reduce SHIB circulating supply on a massive scale. That's potentially half the supply of SHIB is gone in a single year. Okay, $357 billion they made last year. Think about it. $357 billion they made last year. If they did 1% of that $357 billion, that is 5 billion. 5.75 billion SHIB, 5.75 billion sent to the reduction wallets. Right now, at $7.9 billion market cap, that's more than half the supply is gone. Do you understand that concept? Like that's amazing. And all you have to do, you don't have to do anything other than buy on Amazon, that you regularly buy on Amazon. You're not making a big deal about it. Anything that you buy on Amazon, whether it's a bidet or it's a nightcap or it's a cup of coffee, right? Cup for your coffee. Everything that you buy is going to go to the reduction of SHIB circulating supply. It doesn't have to be SHIB products. It can be anything on Amazon. Just use the links. So that means that potentially we could burn at least $6 billion worth of SHIB. Like, think about it, $6 billion worth of SHIB. We would have 1.7 just from using Amazon links, not buying a ticket on the raffle draw, not taking part in any other thing that's out there, just on Amazon links. And we have Clay Bro to thank for that. Massive love. Shout out to Clay. Thank you so much, Clay, for providing that information. I am shocked, in awe, that Amazon hasn't caught on to it, because Amazon should be doing it on their own, on everything, every single transaction. Because if they were to buy SHIB, they wouldn't have to lay off anybody. They wouldn't have to lay off. They'd have pretty much infinite amount of money to do whatever they wanted with it, until SHIB reaches a certain price, of course. Then it won't be so, because what's going to happen is it's going to drive up the value as everything gets reduced in SHIB circulating supply. And then his son, who owns a crap load of SHIB, I think it's around 25 billion SHIB that he owns, would be set for his entire life, his family's life, his kids' lives, right, in just a short period of time. So that's why the reduction in SHIB circulating supply is so powerful. It adds value to SHIB every single transaction. So you think about it, right? Every single transaction that goes to reducing SHIB circulating supply adds value to SHIB. That's amazing. That's your guarantee. You're not guaranteed that it's going to make you money right now, because obviously the only thing that's going to make you money right now is if everybody catches on to it. That's what's going to make you money, because when they start to realize, hey, wait a second, there's less supply, more demand, less supply, more demand, and it's money. It's SHIB, and it's not legal tender, but you put your money in it, and it could be stronger than Bitcoin at some point. Absolutely. Absolutely. Stronger than gold. Absolutely. Because gold in crypto, in any digital asset that's out there, does not have the same fundamentals that SHIB does. Everything is going to increase in price, and that's a fact. Okay, so when there's less demand, more people coming in, more people buying, you understand the concept. Every single person on the planet is going to benefit from it. No one's going to get left out of it. And then what's the out for each individual? Well, everybody says the exact same thing. If you're first to the punch bowl, you're the one who makes the money. Well, the punch bowl was when it was 10 zeros. Okay, that was the punch bowl. When it was 10 zeros, you could have bought it. You could have bought the whole damn thing for like $5,000, $10,000. The whole shalada, 100 quadrillion SHIB. And then you could have come up with a reduction wallet, and then I'm going to burn 25 trillion every single day until we get down to, a reasonable level. Or every month, they're going to burn 25 trillion. And it wouldn't cost you anything, because at that point, it doesn't cost you anything. And then when you'd see the value all of a sudden start to shoot up, because what's happening, people start to realize it. Now, SHIB did not do that. What happened was Vladimir Buterin waited for a year, and then he was given the supply, 50% of it, 500. Imagine this, getting 50% of SHIB, right? Now, that doesn't mean a lot, because it's at 9 zeros. So 9 zeros, and he creates what? 3 dead-end wallets. Well, he created one dead-end wallet initially. Then with that dead-end wallet that he created, he sent 410 trillion SHIB to it, and he threw away the keys. So therefore, it's gone forever. It's now turped. It's gone. Bye-bye. And God bless his heart for doing it. I don't know why he would do it, but God bless his heart. That's awesome. It shows you the dexterity of people and how much they want to give back to the community that help them grow. So thank you, Vladimir Buterin. 410 trillion. Come on, guys. That's $6.7 billion at that time, right? That was 7 zeros? 7 zeros? 7 zeros. I think it was 7 zeros. Not 9 zeros, 7 zeros. Some people said that they put $1,000 in SHIB, they bought a lot of it, and then they dropped like 50% of their money, then they sold it, and they cry about it because it would have been worth hundreds of millions of dollars today. Back in the day, it would have been almost $1.2 billion at all-time highs. And they didn't sell it. They sold it too early, and they're crying about it. Of course you're going to cry about it, but you can't cry about spilt milk. You can't control the future, right? So the only thing you can do is buy back in if you feel that you missed out on something. And that's the whole point of SHIB, is any moment we could explode. Now, I was talking about possibly selling 80,000 tickets per day. 80,000 tickets is a drop in the bucket, right? That's not 80,000 tickets, 80,000 people buying 20 tickets each, average. On average, of course, everybody's going to buy separate. Some people are going to buy 50, 60 tickets. And the average, if everybody did 20 tickets, 80,000 tickets, which is nothing, 80,000 people, think about it. 80,000 people in the world. Now, you can host a raffle every single day with 80,000 people, even 100,000 people, even 200,000 people can host it every single day, 365 days a year. And then they would say, well, it's unreasonable. It can't maintain that. Oh, there's how many people in the world? 4.8, 4.2, 4.5 billion people who can buy tickets, 5 billion people who can buy tickets, potentially, right? Not everybody's going to buy a ticket. Not everybody's going to buy a ticket every single day. People are going to buy tickets based on demand. So based on the amount of people buying tickets, everybody's going to start buying more tickets. That's just a fundamental fact. And here's the other fact. Everybody wins in the raffle. There's no losers. There's not a single loser in the raffle. We're taking the proceeds and then reducing the circulating supply. Everybody wins in SHIB. It's just a matter of time before everyone catches on to it. And then everybody wants to take part in it. No one wants to get left out of this raffle. That's the whole point of it. More demand for the tickets. As the ticket numbers increase, the number of sizes of reduction increases, the better off your odds, right? Well, no, it just means you're going to make more money. That's the bottom line. You're going to make more money. It doesn't matter how you look at it. You're going to make more money. You buy a ticket, okay, that's used to reduce SHIB circulating supply. Then you have 100,000 people buying tickets, and you have 500,000 people buying tickets. You have a billion people trying to buy tickets. Now, are they trying to buy it all at once? No, they're trying to buy it like weekly, monthly, whatever. But they know that they want to take part in it, and especially when the jackpot gets high. We sell over 5 or 6 billion tickets. We're talking massive amount of reduction, right? So, and we're talking a massive amount of people that get greedy and say, well, my chances have gone skyrocketing that I'm going to get like 70 billion SHIB. Like that's enormous, right? So, like that's retirement money. That's fundamentally that's changing life, changing money. Period. It gives you opportunities like you wouldn't believe. Plus, then you're reducing the SHIB circulating supply on top of that by 70 billion. And that's only the first round of drafts, because eventually we're going to run out of tickets to sell. And then we don't have any tickets to sell. Well, then we have no supply left. And then if we have no supply left, have a guess where the price is going to be. Exactly. Astronomically higher than where it is right now. Like we're talking 1,000? No, 1,000,000-fold from where it is right now. That's the thing. We have said this before on the channel, and I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. We are completely undervalued at this price. Like, I mean, if I can buy one ticket and it's 55, if it's 50,000, like at the current price, it's 50,000 SHIB per ticket on half a pound. Like, think about it. Half a pound buys me 50,000 SHIB. That's enormous amount of potential, right? That's insane. And that's what we're saying. That's why it's so undervalued. It's just like people have to be completely mad to be selling SHIB. Completely insanely mad to be selling SHIB at this price. But hey, it is what it is, and people do whatever they want. Congratulations to those that sold it. Those that are buying it, way to go. Good job. Good on you to see opportunity where you see it and take part in it. And that's the bottom line, right? Massive love shout out. We're going to do massive love shout outs around the world. We're going to do massive love shout outs to Jason Cox. Massive love shout outs to Prince and his family, my trustee, Massive love shout out to Jason M, Ethan M. Massive love shout out to Aiden. Massive love shout out to Russia. We're not going to leave out Russia, right? We're never going to leave out Russia. Russia, I'm getting 5 or 6 hits a day. Woo! Okay, so that's good news because before I was only getting 1, and that was every week from Russia. So now it's increased a little bit. So we're gaining popularity in Russia. That's awesome. Ukraine, I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on Czechoslovakia. I'm still waiting on Mongolia. Massive love shout out to Mongolia. Massive love shout out to China. Massive love shout out to Japan. You know, all these populated areas like India. Massive love shout out to you, by the way. Massive love shout out to New Zealand. I keep forgetting New Zealand. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Australia. And Shady, my best buddy, my scripture, Kelly. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Paul. Massive love shout out to Krish, one of my first supporters. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Vincent. Massive love shout out to Joe. Massive love shout out to Jonathan. Massive love shout out to DJ and Ryan. Massive love shout out to South Africa. I know you haven't come on. Massive love shout out to Zimbabwe. Massive love shout out to Madagascar. Massive love shout out to Mexico. 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 So we don't like covering exchanges, but it's just awesome that they have their own exchange, which is phenomenal. Just remember this, everybody in the world. Every single person has an opportunity to burn SHIB without buying a single thing. Okay? We are burning SHIB once we get monetized. We are burning SHIB on a massive scale. With 80% of everything we make on this channel and Rumble and X, anything that we host that hosts SHIB on it, we are taking 80% of everything we make, and we are going to do a live burn for every single person on the planet to watch and take part in. And we're going to show you the proof of it when we have the account opened, and we're not hiding anything, right? 80% of the gross, not 80% of the net, 80% of the gross. So everything that we make off the channel, 80% of it's going towards you, the SHIB holder, everything. So, and that's the same thing with the raffle. How much of it goes towards the winner? 50%, up to 1 million pounds. And then we have a second winner, and then a third winner and a fourth winner on every single million pounds. Okay. And then the amount of reduction, there's no limit, right? So we just do the reduction. Now, please keep in mind that every $1 million we do keep $100,000 to host the next raffle. So please keep that in mind. And that goes straight to the burns. Okay. That's already been established. That goes straight to the burns. It's just to promote the ticket sales so that we have that ticket sale. So we have a guaranteed ticket sale for the next few days, right? So please keep that in mind. It's not that we lose it. It's just that it's being held back so we can host other events. The more tickets we sell, the more we burn. And that those are just going to be burned later on. And yes, they do cost $5 every time we do a transaction, but they're going to be on top of everything that we sell. So every $1 million, we hold back 100,000. So that's 10%, right? That goes towards the reduction of SHIB circulating supply. Just so we're clear, okay? And then when you see that number come up on there, that's the amount that was given by the people before. And that's just, and it's not going towards somebody's pocket. That's going straight into the burn reduction wallet, okay? That comes off the top. So everything we sell over top of that, we're going to host a raffle on it, blah, 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 blah. And no, we don't collect that money for the percentage. It's already been calculated, right? So that money is just going to get held over for the next rotation. That's just to build on the 5,000 pounds worth of SHIB. So that every 5,000 pounds. So that's going to give us what, 20 draws? 20 draws, right? 5,000, 20 draws, 100,000. You get it, right? So the more we do, that's 20 draws. That's almost a month's worth of SHIB on $1 million accumulated. Now that's 1 million pounds accumulated, right? So it's 100,000 pounds. Please keep that in mind that this is not to make us money. It's just so that we can hold back and host other events. So it promotes more people coming in and taking part in the raffle draws. That's all it does, is promote. It's still going toward the reduction wallet. Okay. And when we get to that $38, 38 pounds, and they're going to say, well, that's unheard of at this level. Of course, it's unheard of at this level. But the truth of the matter is SHIB should never be reducing anything, right? The value is always going up. So if the value is always going up, someone is not seeing it. And that's what we're here for, is to promote that value. That's the guarantee, that you're adding value every single reduction. We just, guys, over 13,000 USDT was given to every single wallet. Every single wallet that holds SHIB is given $13,000 worth of USDT. Now, that doesn't mean much to you, right? Doesn't mean much to the next person that holds SHIB. It means everything to everybody that holds SHIB. That's added value to you. You want to sell your value at nothing? That's up to you. But someone just gave you 13,000 USDT to stay in SHIB. Now, what did they do for XRP? What did they give you in XRP? What did they do for Kronos? They added 78 billion. They took it away from you. They liquidated. But you're okay with that one, right? You're okay with that. But you're not okay with adding value to your currency. Are you kidding me? Do you not see the correlation, the irony in this? It's just unreal. That's what baffles me. And I'm the only one talking about it. The only one other than myself that talks similarly is Lucky Side, right? Lucky Side, big shout out to you, my dear friend in the U.S. Yeah. So Lucky Side is also covering it, but he doesn't cover it the way I cover it. And he does talk about fundamentals, and he does talk about the ecosystem development team, where we try and stem away from the ecosystem development team. And the only reason why we do that is because they don't promote us. And it's hard to promote somebody who constantly misleads people, right? So, and we try not to mislead anybody because we're based solely on integrity. Like, that's the whole basis of us, is the integrity issues. So, without further ado, are we able to host a raffle? Let me get into analytics for you. So, we're going to get into the analytics side of this. I know everybody's interested to see how we're doing. Okay, so yesterday we had 3 visitors and 6-page reviews. Okay, so in order for us to sell 80,000 tickets, or 20,625 worth of SHIBs. There's that tickets, 20,000. Yeah, in order for us to sell 20,625 tickets, which is really nothing, is only 8,000. Is only what 1,300 people in the entire world. 1,300 people in the entire world buy SHIB. We're going to look at. So we had 3 visitors yesterday. Awesome! Massive shout out to the Philippines for helping with support the channel, support SHIB 50/50 raffle. Massive shout out to you. Massive shout out to Indonesia, Pakistan, India. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Sudan, Egypt. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Israel. Let's see what we got here. Massive love shout out to Pakistan. Algeria, massive love shout out to you. Romania, massive love shout out to you. Ukraine, massive love shout out to you. Finland, massive love shout out to you. Sweden, massive love shout out to you. Norway, massive love shout out to you. Iceland, massive love shout out to you. United Kingdom, woo! Massive love shout out to you. Ireland, massive shout out to you. Massive shout out to Scotland. Massive shout out to Spain, France. Massive love shout out to you. Italy, massive love shout out to you. Greece, massive love shout out to you. Bulgaria, massive love shout out to you. Turkey, massive love shout out to you. Iraq, Iran, massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Ethiopia, Sudan, Chad, massive love shout out to you. Nigeria, massive love shout out to you. Mali, massive shout out to you. Congo, massive love shout out to you. Tanzania, massive love shout out to you. Angola, massive love shout out to you. Namibia, massive love shout out to you. Brazil, massive love shout out to you. Peru, massive love shout out to you. Bolivia, massive love shout out to you. Chile, massive love shout out to you. Argentina, massive love shout out to you. Uruguay, massive love shout out to you. El Salvador, massive love shout out to you. Ecuador, massive love shout out to you. Colombia, massive love shout out to you. Venezuela, massive love shout out to you. Costa Rica, massive love shout out to you. Massive shout out to Mexico, massive love shout out to United States and Canada, where we're from. Hallelujah. Massive love shout out to everyone in North America, South America. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to everyone in Africa. Massive love shout out to Russia, Europe. Massive love shout out to you. Massive shout out to Greenland, Iceland. Massive love shout out to you. Australia. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to, I'm missing somebody, Antarctica. We'll never forget about Antarctica, right? Even though there's not very many people living there, it's still worth talking about. It's still worth mentioning. And we still want to send out a love shout out to the entire world. Massive love shout out to you. We salute every one of you. And we are here for you to make you money. Hey, what else can we talk about, eh? And what else can we do? What else can we praise, right? As we try and educate everybody into making as much money as possible. How can you do this? Well, if something's always adding in value, that's giving you back money in your pocket. And if it's giving money back in your pocket, how come it hasn't caught on yet? Well, there's only 1.5 million holders in the entire world. 1.5 million wallets, not people, wallets. Wallets are only a representation of people. They're not actual people. For instance, BlackRock, Robinhood, Binance, Crypto.com have several wallets, multiple wallets. And why do they have multiple wallets? Well, they're holding a certain amount of SHIB so they can pay in fiat currency once they transfer it in and out. So they have to keep a certain amount? No, they keep it so they can make more money. And how do you know they're making money? Well, because they're doing something the rest of us aren't doing, and that's accumulating. And they're accumulating massive amounts of SHIB at these levels. It's insane. The fact that they haven't bought it all blows my mind. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to catch on to it as soon as the Raffle starts taking over, or people start buying off of the links on the website every single time that they want to buy, and share that link with every single person that they know. Eventually, everybody's going to buy from those links. Or Amazon's just going to say, you know what? We're going to start buying SHIB because it's reducing its circulating supply, and we're reducing its circulating supply by giving somebody else that money. That's our write-off, and we're getting paid to write that off. So why wouldn't we do that for us, not for anyone else, for us? And it doesn't cost us anything. We're actually making more money than we're getting back. So why wouldn't we? Exactly. So once it catches on, like I said, it's going to be a wildfire. A massive amount of people are going to start driving to it because they're going to understand what that means. It's going to add more money in your pocket. And who doesn't want more money? In the entire world, who doesn't want to make more money? Every single person on the planet wants to make money. So if everybody wants to make money, how come this hasn't caught on yet? Beyond me. Everybody likes to down their currency. They want to implode their currency that they purchased. In fact, they don't even look at what SHIB is doing. They just fundamentally traded and not thinking about it. They just look at the fundamentals behind each of the charts and each of the graphs. You're not looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is we're reducing circulating supply on a global scale. Globally, we're reducing SHIB circulating supply. If it happens tomorrow where we start reducing that circulating supply, it's going to drive enormous amount of demand. And it hasn't caught on yet. 1.5 million, out of the entire planet. And it's not people, it's actual different wallets held by different people or different organizations. You can just imagine the fundamental facts behind it is insane. So the reason why that the exchanges haven't bought it is beyond me. Why the governments haven't figured it out yet is beyond me. Pay off debt. Everybody talks about paying off their deficit. They could do it just like that with SHIB. It's just plain and simple. It's reducing its circulating supply. You buy it, you reduce it, it's going to drive the price up. Now, how far can you drive it up? It'd be like the U.S., what they did with Bitcoin. Except now that the world has an open stage to it, you would figure that they would have figured this out by now. Like, personally, I thought that they would have exploded with, wait a second, this is only worth $8-9 billion right now. How come no one told us about this? How come no one brought this to our attention? Every single country in the world can take part in it. No, they can't, because SHIB doesn't have that much supply to take part in. That's the problem. When you're talking about $8 billion market cap, $8 billion buys the entire lot right now. If you were to buy it all, but you can't, right? Only those that don't see the value are the ones selling it. So you're going to buy it from them. But at least it gives you an in. And it's about 7 to 20 trillion. No, it's about 30 trillion SHIB right now that's up for grabs at that price. So if you're looking at getting in, that's your step into it. Now, to get more, it's going to drive the price up. Now, this is the best part. You drive the price up, and then you use your exchange amount to start reducing that circulating supply as you trade on that exchange. So every time you do a transaction, you're using a certain portion of that, 5%, 10%, off of the fees that you're charging, and then reduce the SHIB circulating supply with it. It's not even your money. And you're getting credit from the government because it's reducing their circulating, it's reducing their fiat currency in doing so. So that's taking the fiat currency off the exchanges, which is awesome, because that means they're going to give you an incentive. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. They're all going to do the exact same thing and tell them, listen, I'm reducing your fiat currency that's in circulation right now by hosting these events in SHIB. That's the truth of it. So once they catch on to it, what's going to happen? It's going to drive the price of SHIB through the roof. And where would you rather be? Would you be in something that doesn't have any value? Or would you rather be in something that has value that's reducing the circulating supply? Hello, it's a no-brainer, right? When you think about it that way, it's got like all this potential behind it. No. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. And what's going to happen with SHIB? It's going to go explode. And it's going to explode like you've never seen anything explode in your life. Because what's going to happen is people are going to start realizing it. And those that don't see it won't be able to take advantage of it. They'll sell too early. And then they realize, wait a second, how come the supply is gone? Well, I'm sorry, but that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to have it stolen from all these organizations from all over the world. They're going to want in on it because it's guaranteed to make them money. So anything that's guaranteed, like people, even my AI says, no, it's not guaranteed. Actually, it is guaranteed. You have something that's reducing in circulating supply and it's gone forever. It's adding value. Whether you like it or not, it's adding value. Now, if the AI can't be taught, I'm sorry, but that's not an AI platform that you want to be responsible for, because it's just common sense, right? Something that's reducing in circulating supply is gaining in value. Does that mean it's gaining in price action? No, because it hasn't caught on yet. People are not aware of it. Once they catch on to it, they can become aware of it, and that's when it starts to add the value, and that's when it starts that price target, because now all of a sudden, all the sellers are gone. All the sellers are gone. Everybody's got a price target where they want to take advantage of it. No. And this is where the cult, where they say this is a cult. Once it gets to $1 to $2, now it's got value. Now it's a currency worthy of a currency. Once it gets to $2, $3, $4, $5, now it becomes an asset class. Instantly gets the attention from every organization on the planet, because now it's added value to its price action. Now they're starting to see what it is for what it is. Then the price skyrockets from there, because now they understand by reducing the circulating supply increases more demand. But now what's happening is I can now leverage SHIB, reduce it at the same time of borrowing costs, because now I can lower that borrowing cost to any organization on the planet. So that means mortgages, corporate, mostly corporate, right? So you want to build a skyscraper, you're going to use SHIB. You want to build multiple vessels, you're going to use SHIB. And how are you going to do that? You're going to leverage the fiat currency against SHIB. And then every time they make a payment in that fiat currency, that's going to go, a portion of that 5, 10, 20% is going to go, even 30%, 40%, 50% is going to go towards reducing SHIB circulating supply, driving SHIB's price even higher. Because your currency is based on simple fundamental facts. Your currency is based on the person that's in office and how much spending they're going to do to offset the gains that are potentially there. So in order to offset that gain, what they're going to do is, because they don't want you printing more money, and this is exactly what's going to happen, because you see a funnel, you're going to print more money. SHIB is reducing its circulating supply, adding value. So it's unlike gold. Gold, we're finding more gold every single day. So they're making a statement saying it's becoming more and more expensive. But as the time goes on, people are going to be able to buy homes very, very affordable. More land, more affordable, because SHIB's giving you that opportunity to do so. But only those that see that value being added every single time we do a reduction. Now, I'm saying every single organization. Imagine going to McDonald's and it says 1 billion served. Imagine 1% on every item sold on McDonald's being used to reduce circulating supply. 1 billion, right? That's 1 billion served. So if you think about it, 25 cents, let's like use $1, right? Everything average is about $2 or $3 right now. So if it was $2 or $3, you go $1, because this is before, right? 50 years. So $1. 1% is 1 cent. 1 cent being sent from every McDonald's around the world to reduce circulating supply. So the 1 cent times by how many McDonald's? 80,000 McDonald's? 1 cent. So that gives you what? $80. Is that right? 1 cent, 80,000. I don't think that's right. Hold on to your party hats. We'll get right into it. And that's every single day. We'll just do some simple math for you. So we're going to say 1% on one item. 10 cents. 1 cent. $800, right? $800. Just 1%. $800 on 80,000 McDonald's across the globe is reducing circulating supply. $800 a day. Doesn't seem like a lot, right? But you look at the price, if you look at it right now, which it won't be, right? You're looking at probably about 100x from where it is right now. So before it catches on. So 100x would be what? 10x would be 3 zeros, 2 zeros. What do we have? 1 3? I'll do 1 5. Okay, so we'll do 800. This is every McDonald's, just McDonald's. $533,000 SHIB sent to the reduction wallet just from McDonald's every single day. 533,000 SHIB. Not bad, huh? And you got Burger King, Starbucks, instant coffee, coffee to go. What is the other one? Coffee shop. The coffee shop. You got Tim Hortons. You got Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, you're talking 20 to 30,000 now, and they're all doing the exact same thing. So you're talking like over 150,000. Then you got every Wendy's, Harvey's. Who else is there? A&W. Every single A&W, every single outlet store, every single retail store, every single coffee shop, donut shop, bubble tea, herbal tea. What is it? It's coffee on the go. What's the other one? Minute Coffee or the coffee shop. I know the coffee shop is one of them. So you imagine that every single one of them doing the exact same thing. 8 billion times 800. You can do the math, right? You start to figure this out, that this is going to be a massive amount of SHIB being reduced, adding value to its circulating supply every single day. That's adding value every single day, not circulating supply. Circulating supply is being diminished, destroyed, exterminated, removed, completely obliterated, gone forever. Every single day we're doing this. Revlon, bankruptcy, right? If they were to buy SHIB and start reducing their circulating supply based on the profits that they were making, they would have never would have claimed bankruptcy. They would have increased the amount of stores. They would have increased the amount of products. They would have hired more people. It's that simple. It's just fundamental facts. And then they would have became one of the biggest mortgage companies in the entire planet by taking advantage of what SHIB has to offer. It's just that simple. It just gives you that amount of strength and stability. And people just don't see it. It just baffles me that people don't see it. And I know the influencers don't talk about it because the first thing they say is nothing is guaranteed in this lifetime. It's not the guarantee, guys, that you're missing out on in the price action. Everybody thinks the price action, price action, price action. The guarantee is it's adding value. The price action will eventually catch on. This has been around since 2021. I have to thank you personally for not catching on to it. I'm exploiting it right now because I can, and I will, because we are part of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. We are here to exploit it and tell you, like, beyond a reasonable doubt, that we want to reduce the circulating supply for your benefit, because I know you want to make it today. Tomorrow might be too late. You want to make that money today. Well, in order to make that money today, you're going to have to sit back in your little rocking chair and think about it for a little while, saying, okay, what do I need to do to make this happen? We are not suggesting that you go buy tickets right now because they're going to get an escrow. Escrow means it gets held until we get to that 20,625 tickets sold. What we want is 600,000 to 300,000, 300 to 600,000 hits per day on the website, which is nothing in the world, right? 300,000 hits. That guarantees us the 20,000, 21,000 tickets sold, right? Now, I know what the rules and conditions are. I'm working on it right now to make videos on that. But the videos that I'm making right now, I got to go and edit the piss out of them, only because I got AI working on them. Trying to do it faster. It's not turning out to be faster. It's turning out to be longer and slower. I might as well just do the videos on my own at this point. But I have no idea how to critique it because it's so dry, right? These videos will be extremely dry. Most of it is legal jargon. And that's the truth of it, right? 89% of it's legal jargon, which is very hard to incorporate to make it extremely what's the word? Proactive? No. Exciting, new, lucrative. And that's exactly what it does. But how do you get that out of illegality? How do you make it fun? Right? How do you get there? Right? We want to make SHIB fun to everybody around the planet because making money should be fun. We shouldn't have any down faces here. We should be excited, extremely enthusiastic, of course, because why? We're going to be driving extreme value to your money. We're going to be making sure that everybody understands that that value is now being reflected in the price. Finally, we're getting there, right? That's what we want to see. We want to see that value being added to the price targeting. And it's not happening. Why? Because very few people are talking about it. I'm one of the only influencers talking about value being added every single day. Every time we do a reduction, you're adding value. If somebody prints $2 for every dollar they burn, they're adding value. No, they're taking away that value by half. Now the U.S. government's doing that 4 times more than what they were before. And Trump just signed a massive shout out to Trump for the tariffs and trying to work through his own country association, trying to bring back the companies and organizations back to his country, okay, that he lost out on because of wages, which is unfair to the U.S. American, to its people, that they were promised that they were going to do better, and then they didn't deliver. And then someone has to come in and make hard decisions, extremely hard decisions. And yes, it cripples the communication back and forth, but everybody likes the person in the room handing out the money, right? Everybody likes the person handing out the money in the room. U.S. has just gotten fed up with it. That's all. They just said, you know what, enough is enough. You guys have been taking advantage of us for years. And yeah, it helps to be the number one person in the room handing out all this money, but come on, you guys got to, and then they do silly things like, oh, we don't want you taking back that money that you were handing out so freely before. Now we're going to punish you for doing that. It's like, are you kidding me? You took advantage of that for years. Again, we're getting away from SHIB, but I think you understand the whole concept, right? It's to drive more. And this is the same with every country. Every country should be doing the exact same thing. They should be building on their own countries and helping out with the organizations to help them get there. I'm Will, your host. This was the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle event. Thank you so much for everyone coming in. We're going to do massive shout-outs to Jason Cox, massive shout-out to Prince, massive shout-out to Babe's channel, massive shout-out to Rowena, massive shout-out to Wena, massive shout-out to the entire world, massive shout-out to the Philippines and the Navarro family, massive shout-out to you. Rainier, massive shout-out to you, massive shout-out to Alex, massive shout-out to Mark Joven, massive shout-out to you, massive shout-out to everybody within the Navarro family. Rod, massive shout-out to you. Mary Carice, massive shout-out to you. Veneer, massive shout-out to you, my friend, brother. Massive shout-out to allowing us to host in the Philippines. Thank you so much. I'm still looking at the rules and conditions in the Philippines when it comes to cryptocurrency. I did a bit of reading on it. They still consider, everywhere in the world considers cryptocurrency not legal tender. Please keep that in mind. If as long as it stays in that currency, there's no capital gains on it. Please keep that in mind, because once you transfer it back to fiat currency, or if you swap it, you still don't pay capital gains taxes on it because it's still in cryptocurrency. But remember this: SHIB is the only added value to your dollar. Okay, so every time you buy SHIB, which is at pennies a glass right now, you can buy enormous amounts of it. And it's better than gold, better than Bitcoin, better than every currency available, because all those currencies, even Bitcoin, who's limited, doesn't have a reduction. So SHIB has that reduction built in. It's adding value every time we reduce SHIB circulating supply. I want to keep that in mind every time you see a reduction in SHIB circulating supply. And I'll show you the link right now. I'm about to cut out, but I'm going to show you the link, because that's what we do. Proof is in the pudding. Absolutely. We prove it to you. There's the wallet address that was reduced, 1.2 million SHIB. Okay, that's over $13, right? It's like 14 something, and then 2 million. So that's $26 reduced in SHIB circulating supply. 15 hours ago was 23 million. Okay, it's like $200 gone, given to the whole SHIB community. 1.53 million given back to the SHIB community. Gone forever. That's gone forever. That's added value to your SHIB. And you want to sell it when it hasn't been, when people just don't understand it. That's the bottom line. And they're going to say, well, isn't SHIB like a cult then if you don't want to sell your SHIB? Nobody wants to sell it for nothing. And those that want to sell it for nothing are selling it now. That's the bottom line. If you like selling something that you've added value to, you bought a Mercedes, brand new, and it didn't have seats in it. You put some seats in it. Didn't have an engine, so you put a brand new engine in it. You spent $140,000 putting all this equipment into it. You're going to sell it for $5,000. Does it make sense? That's what you're doing with SHIB. That's exactly what you're doing with SHIB. You bought a Mercedes-Benz. It's only one of its kind. You put the seats in it. You paid $50,000 for it, or $10,000 for it. You put seats in it. You put a carpet in it. You put the dial in it. You put heads-up display, 17-inch monitor in it. Keep track of all the instruments. You put CMS system in it. You put in a computer controller that runs the whole system for the EFI on your motor, and you put a new motor in it. The motor cost you $90,000 to $100,000 for the motor, and then after it's all said and done, you put a muffler on it. Cost you $175,000. You're willing to sell it for $5,000. Wow, are you completely insane? Because that's exactly how you sound to us in the SHIB family, SHIB organization. When you want to take something that you've added value for over 2-3 years on it, you've added 4 billion SHIB worth into it, and you're willing to sell it at this price. Take the loss. Are you kidding me? You're not willing to wait it out and find out where it's going to go? No. Because it's not going to go anywhere. That's what you believe. It's not going to go anywhere. You believe that your money is not going to go anywhere when you know you're adding value to it by the reductions that are happening every single day. So you're the one selling it for nothing. That's the bottom line. The people that are behind it are the ones selling it for nothing, even though it's adding value. So we're putting in more and more stuff into our Mercedes Benz, and then you're willing to take the loss. Are you insane? Are you insane? You must be. You must be completely lost your mind. It's not like a stock market. It's not like the stocks. Stocks are based on what people value it at. No, no, no. This is being added value to it. So you're missing out on the opportunities. Absolutely, you're missing out on the opportunities. You are not seeing SHIB for what it actually is, and that's on you. Okay, and that's what we're trying to promote here. That's what we're trying to get through people's heads. SHIB is on its own, peeps. SHIB is on its own. It's making you money, regardless of what you say or do, or how many people out there hate SHIB. SHIB is adding value every single time we reduce the circulating supply. Does it reflect in the price? Hell no. Hell no. It does not reflect in the price. And because it doesn't reflect in the price, people see it for what they don't see it for. The first place, which is value, is adding value. So like I said before, when you put more stuff into it, you expect more stuff out of it. So you're one in a lifetime event of your car or your Mercedes, because I hate using cars, right? If you do it with a house, people would understand it more. I paid $20,000 for a house. I renovated it. I made it twice as big as it once it was. So now it should be worth $50,000, right? Because I put $10,000, $20,000, $15,000 with it. I did all the work myself. You take into account that it's 3 times that value, right? So $10,000 now worth $30,000, $40,000, right? So it should be around $50,000 just by making it bigger. Okay. It cost me $50,000 to make it bigger. So I'm expecting to get at least $50,000 out of it. So that's $60,000 I put into it. Okay, now I put chairs in there. Now I put a desk in there. Now I put a bed, 2 beds, 3 beds. I put new appliances in it. I put a new roof on it. I put a new ventilation system in it so that it's got AC. It's got a furnace to keep me warm during the colder months of the year. I do all these things. How much is the value now? I put in $30,000. Now it's $80,000. Right now I have $80,000. I'm expected to get at least $140,000 for the property. You understand that, right? You understand that concept because it's a house. But the actual thing that went up in value isn't your house. It's the land that you own. The house on it is what someone's willing to pay for it because it's got all these amenities associated with it. So then more people find it's not affordable, but through a mortgage or lending practices, you were able to sell it based on those fundamental facts. What's going to happen? It's going to drive up the price of it. And then as time goes on, the value of the land becomes more and more exponentially because it adds value because there's less land available to people. So it drives up the price. That's just common sense, right? So if you add onto your land and buy more land, you're going to add more value to your house. Exactly. SHIB is a lot like that, except it was a small piece of land, and now it's expanded and it's grown because we're reducing circulating supply. So your land now from a small piece of land is grown to twice its size. Now it's 3 times its size. Now it's 4 times its size. Now it's growing 5 times its size, 6 times its size. Okay. Now it's 10 times its size. 100 times its size, 1,000 times its size, 100,000 times its size. So you see where it's going. As we reduce the circulating supply, the more land we acquire. Now, are we putting anything on that land right now? No. Why? Well, because that land has to be reduced. That the circulating supply has to be reduced. So the more circulating supply we reduce, the more land we obtain. The more land we obtain, the more value it's worth. Now, what are we selling that land for? Pennies a glass right now. Pennies a glass. Less than $1. Anywhere in the world is less than their currency. Every currency in the world is less than their currency. There's not one currency out there that SHIB beats. SHIB is below that currency. That is phenomenal. When something's adding that much value, it's taking up that much land, and people are not seeing it for the value that it is. That's the trick of it. And that's why people are not getting it. I don't understand it myself, but that's what they're doing. They keep trying to use it like cryptocurrency. It's not. It's separate. It's on its own. It's on its own, people. That's where we're trying to get to you. That's where we're trying to get into your mind. SHIB is on 100% on its own. It should be climbing astronomically. Period. 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 And the more people who catch on to it, the faster it's going to grow. That's the truth of it. All of a sudden, you have less and less supply. You have less and less land. That's because there's more and more people piling into it because they're understanding the value behind it. Everybody wants to pile onto this land. And then they're starting to, hey, well, I want to build on this land. I want to do these things. I want to acquire. Right now, we have Binance reducing SHIB circulating supply. We should have Crypto.com reducing circulating supply. We should have BlackRock reducing its circulating supply. We should have. And then once they start reducing SHIB circulating supply, all of a sudden you start to see skyscrapers go up, like gangbusters on this piece of land. And the land is still expanding because they're reducing SHIB circulating supply at the same time. Because they're putting up these projects on there that are going to reduce its circulating supply. And it's guaranteed that they're going to do these things. Why? Well, because it's going to add value to them. Hello, right? Massive love shout out to the entire world. This is Will, your host. Thank you so much. We want to make sure that every single person has an opportunity to become extremely wealthy. And how can you do that? Owning SHIB. Owning SHIB is right. So we're going to rock you out. Thank you so much for coming in, and I hope you enjoyed today's show. Massive love shout out to everyone in the entire planet, every single country. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to, of course, to the Philippines as we gear up for another edition of the 50/50 raffle closure of the day. Thank you so much. We're still working on the videos to enlighten you, to give you prosperity and deliver you out of this rat hole that we call life, right? We want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to take part in it. My tears go out to everyone who doesn't understand it. My heart goes out to you. Every single person on the planet should have an opportunity to be massively engaging and have massive fun making money. And that's the truth of it. And that's why we're doing this, is for you, right? The people. Absolutely. For everybody on the planet to take part in it. We want to make sure that everybody has that opportunity to become extremely wealthy. Thank you, and we're going to rock you out. Rock you. SHIB. God bless each and every one of you. Jesus loves you. We'll make sure that message is clear. As we have Lent, we're gearing up for, we always talk about Jesus Christ on the channel after the fact. So our prayers and go out with everyone that's suffering, hungry, starving. No need for it, right? Especially if you were to come on in the SHIB, you'd understand. And that's a message to the entire world. Why be hungry when you don't have to be? There's enough money to go around for everybody to take part in SHIB. Do we want the raffle to take off? Yes. Why? It helps everybody. Does it need to take off? No. It's going to happen eventually, whether you like it or not. It's inevitable, people. Blast off! SHIB. 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 Woo! God bless you. Jesus loves each and every one of you. Jesus died so you may have eternal life. Isn't that awesome? That's love, my friends. The Lamb of God gave his life for your sin. Not for what may be, what might have been. No, he did that for you. He did that for the entire world. That is the power of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. God bless everyone. Have a great, wonderful day, everybody. Good night. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from wherever you are in the world. This is Will, your host, saying peace out. Have a great, wonderful day. SHIB, reducing, circulating, supply, adds value to the entire SHIB army, SHIB family, SHIB community. Pump it up. Sing it. Dance it out. Enjoy. Party!